Hi there, my name is Heather Nanny. I'm with Fun Key Music and I just uploaded a new resource to my blog that I wanted to share with you. It is a free downloadable PDF. It comes in two 8.5 by 11 pages. You can use these as full pages, or what I like to do is just simply make two cuts down the middle, and then you have an 8-page booklet. It'll look like this. Just flip through all the pages here. This way you can focus on one thing at a time with your students. I try to make it as headache-free as possible, no cutting around shapes or anything. You can just print it and use it with your students right away. They're also not numbered, so you can use them in any order that you see fit. Even though there's no colors or graphics on there, you'll find that once you start using them, they really become quite colorful. And so I'll share with you all the different ways that I colored these and why in a little bit. So, okay, let's dig in. The first page looks like this, and it just focuses on the layout of the chord and how you're building the chord. So root, third, and fifth is labeled, and I wanted to show students how to build the chord left to right, and that is how we're building it on the keyboard, and also bottom to top, since that's how we're building them on the staff. And Tim Topham uses an awesome little formula that just makes it so simple that you play a key, skip 3 keys, play another key, skip 2 keys, and then play the last key, and there you have your major chord. It's just so simple and it's genius. I've really latched on to using that with my students. You also may want to get into talking about how their chords are built with major thirds and minor thirds, and how many half steps that are made, each of those make up. So you can use this first page however you want. You can leave those blank, you can fill them in with chord tones, whatever you want to do. So that's page number 1. Next is, let's see, oh, there it is. Second page looks like this, and I use this when I'm first wanting students to learn a lot of chords quickly and get them memorized. So I'll just do a little echo activity with them, and I'll play 3 chords and have them echo those right back. So I'm just going to talk you through what order I would do those with. So first, a little bit about why I'm using boxes. I first saw that idea with one of the 3 Cranky Women resources called Flashy Fingers, and it's a great resource. I'm going to include the link, and that's where I first saw the boxes. I just thought that was a really great way to represent the keys easily. And then also I love the names that they give each of the chords by shape. So all of these chords are shaped in the same way where you're using all white keys. They called those snowman chords, super cute. And then down here you have the hamburger chords that have the black key in the middle. So very quickly I want students to learn and be able to memorize these 12 chords, and if you do this echo activity, I'll find that it can be done in about 5 minutes. So first I would just play C major, F major, G major, have them echo. Then next C minor, F minor, G minor, echo. And then on C we do C major, minor, major, echo. F major, minor, major, echo. G major, minor, major, echo. Then quickly go back through C, F, G major, echo, C, F, G minor, echo. After that, then I like to give a little rapid fire quiz, and I'll say C minor, F major, G minor. Just go through all and make sure that they have all those memorized before moving on to the hamburger chords. So then I would go through the same way. D, E, A major, D, E, A minor, D major, minor, major, E major, minor, major, A major, minor, major, and then if you feel like they need to review that again, you can do that. And then at the end, give them a rapid fire quiz with all 12, and like I said, very quickly, within 5 minutes, they'll have all of these memorized, which is nice when you're just wanting to start exploring and maybe doing some different activities with chords. They have all 12 of these under their belt quickly. Okay. All right, so then once they have learned those and they can play them on the piano, Then come the next couple of pages where they're starting to write them. So this is where you have these where you can write all of the majors, all of the minors, or you can do them by shape and do all of the snowman chords or all of the hamburger chords. And with this page, one of the color coding that you can do is to have them label or highlight the roots in all one color, the thirds all one color, the fifths all one color. Okay. Next up is a page where I have left the chord symbols blank, so you can focus on any chord that you want, major or minor. And here we've highlighted the black keys. My students like to see which keys are going to be played white and which are going to be played black, so that's why those are highlighted. And once you've started exploring all of those, the next page lists all 12 major chords. It only lists the minor for here. I find that once they start understanding that you're just lowering the third to make that minor, they don't necessarily need it listed for all of them, and then sometimes the shapes are different as well. That's why I didn't put all the minors in there. So you have one that's already done for you. If you need a quick reference, but I like for my students to fill them out themselves. Again, make it a little more colorful, and you can maybe just start with the top two for 1 week. Then when they come back to the next lesson, fill in one more, and you can build as you go. Okay, so now that brings us to our last two pages, which are my favorite. I think there's so many ways that you can use these, and I'm just going to show you a couple today. I'm sure that you'll find new ways for your students, which is great. So the first one is to use these with inversions. So I have 3 different chords, and each one lists the root, position, first inversion, second inversion, and again back to the root. I'm going to zoom this in a little bit so you can see what we've got going on. So it has places for you to list each of the chord tones, and then I highlighted the root in each, so you can see that even though the root isn't on the bottom, you're still easily recognizing which chord you're playing. Okay, so that's one variation of how to use this one. My favorite is to use them with 4 chord progressions, which are super fun. And so here again, 4 different chords listed for each. And then here again have highlighted the black key. So as you're playing, my students like to see, okay, here I've got a black key on the bottom, then no black keys, and the black key in the middle. Then the outer 2 keys are black for B flat major. Again, there's enough room to write the chord symbol plus the Roman numerals. Use that any way you see fit. Okay, and then the last way that you can color code this is, again, we've got our 4 chord progressions. You can change it up. Here I have a 1, 6, 4, 5, and then on the last 2, 1, 5, 6, 4. But I like to highlight common chord tones. So the students are seeing what notes are staying the same from the first chord to the second chord. And especially this is nice for this 1, 6 chord where you have 2 of the same, and so of the same keys going across. So what I like to do from there is to then have them try out different inversions. So, okay, if we keep C and E in the same position, we only have to move 1 key away from G to A to change to those different chords. So I like for students to play these chord progressions in several different positions. Again, enough room to write the chord symbol plus the Roman numeral. Another thing that I do is to write the minor lowercase. I like doing that because I just like to connect the eye and the ear to see that we are here, should be hearing a major sound when we see the uppercase letters. We should be hearing a minor sound when we see the lowercase letters. So that's just something I do with my students. You can choose to do that or not. So again, very flexible in the way that you can use this chord packet. And I have the resources that I talked about again with 3 Cranky Women, Tim Topham, and one final chord resource that you want to be sure to check out is being released tomorrow, or being held tomorrow, is with the 88 Creative Keys Chord Boot Camp by Bradley Sowash and Leela Viss. And you'll be sure to want to check that out. You know, they have lots of great things in store. All of their webinars are always top notch and just totally worth the value. You can replay it. You get free printables, free resources that come with it. So be sure to check that out. And I hope that this was helpful in showing you how to use the Ultimate Chord Packet. And I hope that you'll share how you plan on using it with your students. And thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.